Today we look at principle of least action. This is an uh, important variational principle associated with Hamiltonian formulation. Right. It's a very important principle, the principle of least action. Now, before introducing the statement and then the proof, let's consider the delta variation of the path of a system. The del variation of the path of a system. We have already seen the delta variation of a path of a system. The delta variation, we have many paths like this. And here the coordinates, these are the various coordinates. And the time, the coordinates and time are same at the endpoints. And the variation delta, it is in the variation of the coordinates. There is no variation in the time. Okay. The time and the position coordinates at the endpoints are the same. Okay. So that is the delta variation. The del variation we are considering. This variation, time as well as position coordinates are allowed to vary. The time as well as the position coordinates are allowed to vary, and at the endpoints of the path, the position coordinates are kept fixed, just as in the delta variation, the position coordinates are kept fixed. Okay, it's fixed, while the time is allowed to vary at the endpoints. So at the endpoints, time is allowed to vary. The the position coordinates are kept fixed, as in the case of delta variation. So that kind of variation, the del variation we call it, the del variation we are considering. So that is shown here. Here we have taken one of the coordinates, qk, and along the y-axis, and time along the x-axis are taken. Okay. So that is shown here. Here on the x-axis, what we have the time. Here we have the qk, one of the position coordinate. And we have two paths here. The endpoints A prime. And here we see the coordinates, the position coordinates are same for these endpoints. For these points as well, the endpoints B and B prime, the position coordinate is same. This is qk1, the position coordinate, initial position coordinate. And qk2, the initial position coordinate. Sorry, the final position coordinate. And they are same. So the del variation of the coordinate is like this. We see the coordinates are same at the endpoints. Okay, B and B prime, the qk are same. A and A prime, qk are same. But the time is different. See, for A, the time is t1. For A prime, this is A prime. For A prime, the time is t1 plus delta t1. For B, the time is t2. And for B, the time is t2. And for B prime, the time is t2 plus delta t2. So time is different, but the coordinates are same for the endpoints. Okay. So at the there is no change in the position coordinates at the endpoints. So at A prime or B prime, the delta qk of 1 and delta qk of 2 both are equal to 0. Okay, there is only change in the time. Okay, the endpoints of the path A and B after time delta t take the position A prime and B prime. So this is what we observe. A point P on the actual path, a point P on the actual path now goes over to the point P prime on the varied path. Okay, so this is considered as the actual path, and when we consider the del variation, the path is A prime, B prime. So a point P here goes to P prime in the varied path. Point P on the actual path goes to P prime on the varied path. Okay. So the corresponding change in the coordinate qk now becomes qk prime. Qk is the coordinate of the point P, and qk prime is the coordinate of the point P prime. Okay, so the qk now becomes qk prime, which is qk plus delta or del qk. Okay, del qk is given by qk plus delta qk plus qk dot. Qk dot means dqk by dt. Okay, dqk by dt into delta t. Okay, because delta qk is the variation due to the coordinates, and since time also varies, okay, we have qk dot dqk by dt into delta t. So qk dot is given by this. Okay, where the del variation, here we see the del variation, sorry, delta variation. It has the same meaning as we saw in the previous Hamilton's principle, the same meaning. Okay. So this is our the variation in the coordinate. Now the del variation of any function, the del variation of any function, the function is f equal to f of qk dot and t, that is given by del f equal to sigma k dou f dou qk delta qk dou f dou qk dot delta del qk dot plus dou f dou t del t. So we are taking del f. F is a function of qk dot and t. So del f is given by sigma k dou f dou qk del qk corresponding to this, dou f dou qk del qk dot corresponding to this, then dou f dou t del t. Okay. Now this is this del qk. Del qk, we know here this is the qk2. Qk now qk becomes qk prime, which is qk plus del qk. This is basically del qk. So del qk is the del qk, that is delta qk plus qk prime delta t. Okay, del qk is delta qk prime plus delta qk plus qk prime delta t. So this is del qk. So for del qk we are giving this delta qk, qk prime delta t. Okay, and for delta del qk dot, we have to differentiate this. So we will get delta qk dot. Qk dot is there, already there, and when we differentiate we have qk double dot delta t. Then dou f dou t delta t. So this is what is written here. So this is del f. So del f is this. Okay, and for delta q and delta qk dot we substitute from here. Delta qk dot del qk is given by this. Okay, and del qk dot, that will be delta qk dot, this qk double dot. So we substitute that here and we get this, and by rearranging the terms we have this. Okay, here we have delta qk, dou f dou qk delta qk, and dou f dou qk dot delta qk dot. Okay, that we write here, and then dou f dou qk dot, dou f dou qk dot, then dou f dou qk dot. Okay, qk, here we have a qk dot here. Dou f dou qk dot, qk double dot, dou f dou t del t. Okay, so del t, it's a common factor. So we can write it like this. And this term is basically df dt. Okay, because f we know is a function of qk dot and time t. So this is basically df dt. Okay, so that is df dt, and this one is delta f. Delta f, this one. Okay, this is dou f dou qk delta qk, dou f dou qk dot delta qk dot, and the time factor we are not considering in delta f. Okay, in delta f we are not considering the change in time. Okay, in del variation we consider the change in time. Delta f, no variation in time is there. That's why that factor is not there. So we can easily we can write this as delta f. This is delta f. Okay, and this factor is df dt, the total time derivative of the function. If you take the total time derivative of the function, you will be getting this. So del f, that is equal to delta f plus df by dt delta t. So del f is equal to delta f plus df by dt delta t, and the del operation is so the del operation is del equal to delta plus delta t d by dt. Okay, so the del operation on f, delta f df by dt delta t. So the del operation is equivalent to, or it is equal to delta operation plus delta t into d by dt. Okay, so we need this equation to prove the principle of least action. So that's why we now move on to the principle of least action. According to the principle of least action for a conservative system, if you take del of this quantity, and what is that quantity? Integral T1 to T2 sigma k pk qk dot dt. Okay, integral T1 to T2 sigma, the summation over k pk qk dot dt, that is, this is equal to 0. If you take the del of that, del variation, which involves the change in the coordinate and the time, and that will be equal to 0. The quantity, this quantity is defined as action. Okay, summation over k, integral T1 to T2 summation over k, pk, the generalized momentum, the generalized velocity, that is actually defined as the action. Okay, and this is the, since this is least, the action is minimum, we have this del variation that is equal to 0. Now we are going to prove this. Okay, let's see how we can obtain this. We start from the Hamilton's principle, the S, the Hamilton's principle function S equal to integral T1 to T2 L dt. Okay, L the Lagrangian, it's a function of Qj or Qk dot and T. We take this quantity S, which is integral T1 to T2 L dt, and we consider the del variation of it. Okay, so del S, that is del integral T1 to T2 L dt, and del is given by del operation, that is delta plus delta t d by dt, or del t d by dt, we can say del equal to delta plus del t d by dt. Okay, so for this del I am giving that, which is delta plus del t d by dt integral T1 to T2 L dt. So this is delta integral T1 to T2 L dt plus integral T1 to T2 delta t dl. Okay, delta t dl. So this is delta T1 to T2 L dt plus when you know what we have is dl here. So L delta t or L del t limits are T1 to T2. Okay. So now we can write this delta, I can take inside the integral, because if I take a delta L dt, that will be, okay, actually we have to take delta L dt, that is del L dt plus L del dt, and this L del delta dt, that this is equal to 0. Okay, dt, it's a small time interval that we define, that is fixed. So delta dt, that is equal to 0. So we are left with only one term, delta L dt. Okay. Now what is delta L? See what is delta L. The delta L is given by sigma k. Okay, L is a function of qk dot and t, but the time variation is considered here. So we consider only the variation with respect to qk and qk dot. So we have integral T1 to T2 sigma k Doyle dou qk delta qk Doyle dou qk dot delta qk dot. Okay, so how do we write like this? We know L is a function of qk dot and time t. Okay, so we write like this. So this is plus L delta t, L del t T1 to T2. Now, according to Lagrange's equations, we have d by dt of Doyle dou qk dot minus Doyle dou qk equal to 0. Okay, d by dt of Doyle dou qk dot minus Doyle dou qk equal to 0. Or Doyle dou qk is d by dt of Doyle dou qk dot. And because of that, we can write delta, Doyle dou qk is d by dt of Doyle dou qk dot, also delta qk dot, that is d by dt of delta qk. Okay, so Doyle dou qk delta qk Doyle dou qk dot delta qk dot, Doyle dou qk delta qk Doyle dou qk dot delta qk dot, that is given by d by dt of Doyle dou qk dot delta qk. Okay, where did we get that? Doyle dou qk is this, d by dt of Doyle dou qk dot. So for Doyle dou qk we are giving this, delta qk is there, and delta qk dot is this, d by dt of delta qk. Okay, so we have this. Now using the product rule, I can write like this, d by dt of Doyle dou qk dot delta qk. Okay, d by dt of Doyle dou qk dot delta qk we can get. We are applying the product rule. And this thing is pk, generalized moment. Okay, so this is d by dt of pk delta qk. Now delta qk, that is given by, del qk is given by delta qk plus del t dqk by dt. This dot is not there. So delta qk is equal to, del qk is equal to delta qk del t dqk by dt. Okay, so delta qk, what will be delta qk? Delta qk will be del qk minus del t qk dot. Okay, so that we substitute. Pk delta qk, if I multiply this with the pk, generalized momentum, I will have pk delta qk is equal to pk del qk minus pk qk dot del t. Okay. So Doyle dou qk del delta qk, Doyle dou qk delta qk plus Doyle dou qk dot delta qk dot. Okay, Doyle dou qk delta qk, this thing. We are calculating this. Okay, so that is Doyle dou qk delta qk Doyle dou qk dot delta qk dot. That is now given by, if pk delta qk is this, okay, then d by dt of pk delta qk we have to take. So we have pk delta qk is this, pk del qk minus pk qk dot del t, so that we give here. So d by dt of pk delta qk will be this. Okay. Now for del S, which is del integral L dt, we know we have for this we have got this. Okay, so we substitute here. So sigma k d by dt of pk delta qk minus d by dt of pk qk dot delta t L delta t L del t t1 to t2, and this dt this dt this get cancelled, and we have sigma summation over k integral t1 to t2 differential of pk del q minus differential of pk qk dot del t plus L del t t1 to t2. Okay, so this is sigma k. As we integrate, here we have differential, so we integrate and we have pk del qk t1 to t2 sigma k pk qk dot delta t integral t1 to t2, and at the end points delta qk is 0. At the end points delta or del qk is 0, because we know at a prime, similarly at b prime, the coordinates are same, or the time is different. So del qk is 0 at the end point, so this will be 0. Okay, so we have del integral t1 to t2 L dt, that is given by L minus sigma k pk qk dot del t limits t1 to t2. Okay, now this thing is the Hamiltonian. We know we define the function h Hamiltonian function as sigma k summation over k pk qk dot minus L. So what will be L minus, that will be L minus summation over k pk qk dot, this will be minus h. So minus h is written. Yeah, this is minus h. So minus h del t limits t1 to t2. So del integral t1 to t2 L dt, that is minus h del t limits t1 to t2. Now if we restrict ourselves to systems for which dou h dou t is 0 and to variations for which h remains a constant. So throughout the path h is a constant. That is conservative systems. H, you know, for conservative system, the total energy, kinetic energy plus potential energy, it's a constant. H is a constant for conservative systems. So if we take del of integral t1 to t2 h dt, we know that is delta. Okay, we know what is del operation. Del operation is delta plus, okay, del t d by dt. Okay, so that is given here, del operation on this integral t1 to t2 h dt. So we have delta here and delta t dh by dt, and this factor is 0. Okay, because if you take this, you will have if you take delta of h dt, you will have del h dt plus h del dt, and this del dt is 0, we know, and this delta h, this is also 0 because h is a constant. So delta h is also 0. So this term is 0. This term becomes 0, the entire term becomes 0, and we have this dt we cancel, and we are left with dh delta t, and as we integrate, we have h delta t limits t1 to t2. So h delta t limits t1 to t2, that is equal to what? Del of integral t1 to t2 h dt. Okay, so we substitute for this h delta t limits t1 to t2 and replace this by this. So here we replace this by the integral, corresponding integral. So we have this del integral t1 to t2 L dt as equal to minus del t1 to t2 h dt, and I take this to this side, left hand side, and h plus L dt integral del integral t1 to t2 h plus L dt, that is equal to 0. And h, as we defined earlier, h is sigma k pk summation over k pk qk dot minus L. So h plus L will be summation over k pk qk dot dt. So this is 0. So del of integral t1 to t2 sigma k pk qk dot dt, that will be 0. And this is known as, and this is the principle of least action. So we have proved the principle of least action. So remember, here we are taking del variation where the time also can vary, okay, and we saw how it is related with the delta variation, okay.